All right, once again, today is Thursday, January the 21st, 7.G.6. Can somebody read that to us?
I can
find the area of composite figures in real world situations with 65% mastery.
Good job. On yesterday, we looked at finding the area of composite figures. Can someone tell me one thing you remember from yesterday? What should we do?
add.
You should do area.
All right, I heard.
Add.
All right, I heard.
Split it
I
and
heard.
horizontal.
And you have to
Somebody
break
leave it.
this. You have to break it down.
I think that's what I need to hear. Break it down. Great. So make sure we are breaking these composite figures apart. If we do not know a composite figure is made up of several figures, we find the area through using formulas. Most of these you have used over the years. All right, you have not already, go ahead and find your practice in Schoology. Everyone should know how to access. Can't and don't, type in the chat box and let me know. Once you find it in your folder in Schoology, it will look similar to my computer screen. It should be in a clipboard. All right, give me a thumbs up if you have made it. Good job. I see some thumbs up. We'll still aren't meeting those expectations. I don't know what we're doing. All right, so those of that have made it there, and you can see my screen, or you have it on your screen. You will read example number 1, 2.
A side of the board has a shape shown. Use subtraction to find the area of the side of the board. Draw any lines on the diagram that will help explain your work.
Great job. Jamal, I love how you stated earlier that one thing you learned from yesterday was that we add. So today we're going to look at it. Not only can we add to find the area of composite figures, but we can also subtract. And we will subtract by first. I'm going to type something in, so that means if you need to write it down, you may want to do so. In order to do so with subtraction, we will first find the total area of the shape.
Miss, did January 19 follow?
Yes, baby, today the 21st. So yes, that's the folder it'll be in. And then today is Thursday. Almost forgot what I was saying. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna find the total area of the shape. That means without those crooked spots and all of that. And then we're gonna subtract the known or the unknown. Just depending on how we'll want to do it. So the first thing we want to find the total area. The second thing we're going to subtract from the unknown values. So yesterday we added some. Today we're going to subtract. And we can still add to find the area. However, we also need to know how we subtract. So looking at this diagram of this board, I say the total area because I'm going to close this whole board in and just make a shape. So if I close this whole board in, what would be my length and what would be my width?
100. 100.
All right, 100. Saying the other 100 as well?
Yes.
All right, patterns and multiples. 1 times 1 is 1. And how many zeros do we have?
4. 2.
What are you looking at?
At the 100, you got 2.
So we got 2 100s. So that means there's how many total zeros?
4.
Yes, 4. So our total area would be 10,000. So now, and I didn't draw a great picture. So now let's look at what we have left in this diagram. What is not shaded? What kind of shapes?
Triangle.
Triangle. Let's see if we can find the dimensions of the triangle. So they told us this piece in the middle is 50. Altogether, it was 100, and we need to separate that by 2.
25.
Divided by 2.
Who was that? Was that you, Mercedes?
Yes.
Good to hear you this morning. So that would be 25 for the triangles on both sides to give us a total of 100. All right, so now look at the other way. It was 100 all together and then 75. So that missing piece would be how much?
25.
Good job, 25.
25.
So that means it will also be 25 on the other side. How do we find the area of a triangle? Area of a triangle.
1/2 times
1/2 time SH.
base times height.
Great job. Jamal, I love how you went back to your notes to find it because you knew you wrote it down. Great job. All right, so a half time base time height. What do we say the base of that triangle is?
25.
The bottom.
Triangle. And then what would be the height of that triangle?
25.
All right, somebody go ahead and do 25 times 25.
625.
All right, take half of 625.
312.5.
Great job. So that means each triangle would make up 312.5. We had 2 of those triangles, so we would then take our total area of 10,000, and we're going to subtract 312.5 2 times. We're going to subtract it 1 time, then we're going to subtract it again.
$9,375.
Thank you, man. All right, so now that we have taken out the area of those triangles that were not shaded, what are we left with? Look at our shape. If we found the area of what wasn't shaded, what are we left with?
Ones that is shaded.
What is shaded, and what did they tell us that that was, or what?
Barn.
Okay, it was a barn. So we're left with at barn, or what's shaded, being 9,375. What's our units?
Feet squared.
Feet squared.
Great job. Any questions about how we use subtraction to also find the area of composite figures? Any questions about it?
No.
All right, anyone still need anything?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
All right, whether you can see it on your screen or mine, can someone read to us?
Jacob drew the following composite figure. What is the area of the composite figure?
Thank you, Jemiah. All right, so looking at this shape, luckily they have already separated it. Now, yesterday we learned how can we keep up with our shapes? What were we doing?
Parting them.
They already separated it. Remember, we numbered them to keep up with them. So if you still need to number your shapes to make sure you found the area of this one and that one before you add it, please do so. Some of you are finding the area of one and then it's like you forget about the other pieces. You got to add them all together. All right. So looking at shape number one, it looks like a rectangle. What would you say the length and width of that rectangle would be?
30 and 24.
30 and 24.
All right, patterns and multiples, 24 times 3 would give us
22.
720.
72 and add a 0, 720. Shape number two, what would you call it?
A triangle.
How do we find the area of a triangle?
One half time base time.
Thank you. All right, so looking at triangle, what would be our base and height of triangle 2?
9.
9.
12.
And 12.
Great job. All right, somebody do 9 times 12.
108.
108.
Take half of it.
54.
Good job. So the area of shape number 2 would be 54. All right, what do we know about shape number 3?
It's gonna have the same area.
It's a triangle.
They're gonna have the same.
As 2.
All right, good job. It's going to be the same as triangle 2. So I'm going to go ahead and write 54 again. All right. Shape number 4 is also a triangle. So let me go ahead and start with my formula, 1/2. What would be the base of that triangle?
$15.
Always look where you see the corner for the right angle. Going across would be the base, up and down is the height. So that's 15. What would be the height of it?
20.
Good. So you don't have to be puzzled, just look at the pieces. So somebody do 15 times 20.
300.
All right, somebody take half of 300.
150.
Good job. All right, now that we have all 4 pieces, add them together.
$970.
All right, that's 1. Do I got a confirmation?
Square inches. Square.
Got no feet in here.
No, it's some unit, Jamal. Great job. So our correct answer would be 978 square inches. Good job. Any questions about it?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right, someone that can see their screen or mine. Question number 3, if you can, go ahead and read to it.
Michelle is
Michelle.
buying carpet.
You can go, Jamari.
Michelle is buying carpet for a room with the dimensions shown. Michelle calculates that the area she will cover with carpet is 180 square feet. Explain why Michelle's reasoning is incorrect and give the correct area in square feet.
We gotta split it. We gotta split the things.
Good, Jamal. What can we split it into?
We can
Try
split it into a square and a rectangle.
All right. Before you call it a square, cut it first and make sure it's going to meet the dimensions of a square. But I can agree with 2 rectangles. All right. I'm going to label as always. So they told us she found the area to be 180 square feet. So we got to see why she's incorrect and then give the correct. The only way I can tell if she's incorrect, I first got to do it.
You gotta solve it.
Good job, Kennedy. We got to solve. All right. So rectangle number 1, what would be our length and what would be our width?
10.
All right. I can agree with
10 and 12.
I can agree with those two. All right. So 10 times 12 would be
120.
good job, Jakiriana. That's you. All right. So now looking at shape number 2, what would be our length and what would be our width?
4.
All right. I can
And
agree.
4.
All right. Alyssa, you said 5. Where you get 5 at?
you subtract 10 from 15.
Good job. All of that is 15. They told us that part was 10. So then I asked myself 10 plus what would be 15. So the missing piece is 5. Great job. So then 4 times 5 will give us
20.
20.
Now, add it all up.
right. Good. Add it all up.
140. Feet.
Get your unit. All right, so we got the correct. All right. Why is Michelle incorrect? What do you think she could have possibly done?
Multiply at the end.
What end?
She multiplied 120 by 20.
Y'all said she multiplied 120 by 20. That'll be a large number. All right, we just gonna say she multiplied incorrectly. You don't have to be specific because we're getting tangled up. So we're just gonna say she multiplied incorrectly. Any questions about it?
Miss Kit. Wait.
Okay. Did you get it, William?
I got it.
Okay. All right, someone who is able to see. Can you read number 4 to us?
A contractor needs to buy grass seed to cover a lawn.
The dimension of the lawn are shown below. 1 bag of grass seed covers an area of 600 square yards. Shades in the minimum number of bags of seed the contractor needs to buy to cover the entire lawn.
All right, so we buying some seed. They told us each bag covers 600 square feet. So before we can figure out how many bags, we first need to do it.
We need to break down the figures.
Break down the shapes.
Good. I'll first look at the porch. What kind of shape does the porch look like?
A
A
triangle.
trapezoid.
Trapezoid.
It is a trapezoid. How do we find the area of a trapezoid?
One half times
The two bases times height.
Base 1 plus base 2, and then times the height. That's one that I strictly always put my formula first, just to make sure we're using the correct numbers. All right, so looking at the porch, what would you say our base 1 is?
Let's catch it.
Uh-huh.
How y'all keep getting 1/2?
It's the formula. I gave us the formulas yesterday for area. So that's just the area formula of a trapezoid. We use a half for a trapezoid and a half for a triangle.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what would be base 1 of the porch?
7.
54.
Good job. Notice where I highlighted across the top. So then I'm going to look across the top of the figure and see if they told me anything. And they did. All right, so for base 2, that means I look at the bottom. All right, think about all of it. Did anybody figure out what's all of it?
Get down. Get down.
Somebody add up 18, 54, 18.
90.
90, great. So if all of it is 90 and we got a 14 here and a 14 here, how much is that bottom base of the porch?
20. 28.
All together we have 90. We got 14 here, 14 here. So what is in the brown? The bottom base. 28 is your 214.
62.
Great job, 62. All right. What would be the height of this trapezoid?
10.
Good job.
10.
I didn't look at what compared.
10.
That's why I say if you need to draw on your paper so that you can actually manipulate it and draw it and cut it, I strongly advise you to do so. All right, somebody add 54 plus 62.
116.
All right, and then multiply that by 10.
1,160.
All right, divide that by 2.
580. 580.
580. Great. Joanne, you asked about those formulas earlier. We take half for a triangle because a triangle is half of a square. So we take the base times the height and split it in half. We take half of a trapezoid because a trapezoid is the bottom half of a triangle, if you all never knew that. Just a little fun fact.
Yes,
about
ma'am.
that. All right, the lawn. What can we separate this lawn into?
Rectangles.
Rectangles.
I see a big rectangle. You're going to say those corners
And
going to be a rectangle?
And trapezoid.
Good job.
2 trapezoids.
So I'm gonna label that rectangle as 1, and I'm gonna label the trapezoids as 2 and 3. So looking at that rectangle for that line, what would be our base and what would be our height?
Nine
90.
Good job, 90, all of it.
and 18.
All right, so it was split right here. We know that part is 10. So that means the missing piece must be 18 if all together they're 28. Good job. All right, somebody multiply 90 times 18.
$1,620.
Did you say 620?
1,620.
All right, great job. All right, line 2, which is a trapezoid. We may want to stick to that formula. All right, so what would be base 1?
18.
All right, that'll be base 2. What'll be base 1?
14.
Good job, 14. And what would be the height?
10.
Good job.
10.
All right, 18 plus 14.
32.
Good job. And then multiply that by 10.
320. 320.
Good job. Divide that by 2.
160.
Good job. And we know we got that 2 times. I'm gonna just put 160 over here again. All right. So let's add up our total areas. We got the porch at 580. We got the lawn, the first one at 1,620. And then we got 2 160s.
Add.
I'm waiting on you to tell me if we added or not.
$2,520 if we gonna add.
All right, so let me ask you this. Should we be adding in that porch?
We should subtract.
I was waiting on somebody to
Subtract
tell
it.
me to take away the porch. We did not need the porch. We ain't gonna put it on the porch. I was waiting on somebody to say it. We didn't. So take that out of there. And what do we have?
1,940.
All right. They told us each bag has how much? Read the scenario. Each bag has how much?
600 square yards.
Good job. So now what should we do with that value in 600?
Subtract it.
I ain't gonna be subtracting 600 until I run out.
Divide.
Oh, okay. That'll give us what?
3.23 repeated.
3.23 repeat.
Yes.
All right. So if I got 3.2, how many bags do I actually need to go in the store and pick up?
Like 3.
So I can forget about the 0.3 that's left over.
Wait, no.
So how many bags do I need?
4.
Yes, 4. That means I can't leave it behind. That's like saying if I go to the store and I get bags of chips for class and then somebody gonna be without a bag of chips. So then you would tell me we need 4 bags. Any questions about it? All right, you got a few more problems on practice to complete today. And what is our final thing to make sure we don't forget?
Oh, they catch exit ticket.
Don't forget to, I'm not gonna move with your one. Don't forget to do that exit ticket, and don't forget to put that exit ticket where?
In case.
In case. Today is
In case.
Thursday. On tomorrow, I will be checking for those exit tickets because they're going to count as your bi-weekly grade for this week. So make sure you have put them in Schoology as well as in case. Have a great Tuesday, Thursday. See you later.
You say I'm missing something in school. I ask you, with that email at me.
Check in Schoology under grade. Some of it told me it was in progress. So I know you started on it when we in class. Like today, we started on this practice. If you don't go back into that practice and save that attempt, I can't see it to grade it. So you started an attempt, just make sure you finish those attempts that you start, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Have a great
You too.
day.
You too.
Have a great day.